What's up, Jabber Nation? We are back for another episode. Of course, all of you that watched my Facebook Live episode, thank you. 40 comments. Thank you. So, back to football. Gonna try to tone the energy level down. I'm still still hyper a little bit.
Well, actually, before we go to football, so you take a brief second to, in memory of the Cubs 2018 season, that's been laid to rest now.
Moment of silence.
It's disappointing. But yeah, they had a couple chances. All they had to do was win the 3 games against St. Louis, and then they would have won the division, but they lost a game. All they had to do was beat Milwaukee at home, they would have won the division, but they lost that game. And then all they had to do was beat Colorado at home to go to the NLDS, but they lost that game. So, yeah, then there was talk immediately afterwards that Joe Manning could be fired, which...
How would you feel about that?
You know, I got the point that they were talking about. I mean, there's no consistency in the lineup. Every day the lineup is changing. Some of the ways he handled the lineup didn't make sense. Like Chris Bryant was coming back from an injury, and instead of just putting him in one spot, letting him get his footing, he's being moved around third base, right field, left field. Just stick.
Are you saying chemistry could have been a problem?
Chemistry, consistency. You know, every day you're going in not knowing where you're gonna play, what position you're gonna, where you're gonna hit. You know, just need to develop some consistency. You know, get a lineup, stick with it for a while, and see what happens. But it never really came to that. But now, is that the reason why they couldn't score more than 1 run? It seemed like, no. I mean, yeah, during the entire second half, their offense was terrible. Just constantly going through stretches where it was 0, 1 run. It was kind of lucky if it was 2 runs. But, they did finish, with the second best record in the league. And, giving Joe Manning credit too is, you think before he got there, anytime they would get to the playoffs would be a miracle. It's like, oh my God, this is so exciting. Joe Manning gets there, go to the NL Championship Series the first season, win the World Series the next, go to the Championship NLCS the next season, and then this season you get bounced in the wild card round. But that shows the change of expectations that he helped create by bringing that, winning chemistry there. Where now it's not good enough just making the playoffs like it was, just 5 years ago.
Expectations are higher.
Exactly. So, they did say they're going to keep him for another season, which I like. They did have some injuries that they had to deal with this year, but every team has to deal with that. They did have a new hitting coach this year, so I don't know what effect that played with their offense in the second half. But their pitching was really good. We're only scoring 2 runs, and you're still finishing with the second best record in the league. That's impressive. This shows that the pitching was there. But, yeah, they were unable to win the World Series. Well, I guess Cubs fans have always been used to saying, just wait till next year. They do have some questions to answer in the offseason, though. They have some holes that they have to fill and get straightened out, and we'll see what happens, but... it's disappointing, but with the issues they had, during the end of the season, they had 30 days in a row where they didn't get an off day. So, that was a long stretch of games there where it's, they had to fly to Atlanta for 1 game just to fly back home. Then they fly to Washington, D.C. for 1 game just to fly back home.
Damn!
So, yeah, they had some challenges there in the schedule at the end, too, so.
Marathon.
At the end, yeah, it was a lot, so... So, while it's disappointing, they did put up a fight. Just unfortunately, that offense just could not get anything going whatsoever. And a team that, it's supposed to have a really good offense, that was really disappointing work. They have a lot of big names there. They just, I don't know, for some reason, they just could not hit the ball to save their life. They weren't coming up with those big hits like they were in the first half of the season. They weren't, taking the ball the other way like they were the first half of the season. So, it seemed like they were trying home run or nothing. It just doesn't work well that way. Sometimes you just have to try to put the ball in play and see what happens. And so now they're out, so I have no horse in the race. So
who do you think is going to win the World Series? Red Sox?
Win the World Series? So my pick out of the AL would be, I'm going to go Astros. I think they're going to come back. They're going to make another run. And my pick out of the NL will be the Brewers. There's something about the Brewers. They are clicking right now. I don't really like to say that because I'm a Cubs fan. But on the other hand, it would be nice for, my grandpa's a Brewers fan, so it would be nice to see them win for him, so he can experience that. So when it comes down to it, I'm going to go with the Brewers.
Got a cold?
Yeah.
Going around.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know. There's just something about that team. They seem to be clicking on all cylinders. They have really great chemistry. So that's who I'm picking. All right, but yeah. So that was my thing on baseball. Had to get that in there real quick. Now going to football.
Throat's kind of scratchy. Sorry.
Should have brought a drink with you.
I know. I forgot one.
Shameful.
Producer didn't provide one.
I think we have some, bad drinks down here.
It's okay. I got enough water in me. Ready to get after it.
Alcoholic Mountain Dew-ish type stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, so last night, Colts, Pats.
Patriots, yeah.
Julian Edelman made his return.
Game kind of went how I thought it would with the Colts losing.
It was really weird though. Like it looked like the Pats were gonna blow them out, and then they let the Colts back in, and then the Colts had errors, and then the Pats kind of just put the game to sleep.
The Colts had errors all night.
They could not keep a person on the field either. Oh my goodness.
No, yeah, they are dealing with a lot of injuries. And yeah, they went into the game without T.Y. Hilton, so that immediately right there sent them back, which is immediately why I thought, no, there's no way they're going to win. So yeah. But that kind of went as game. So I think Patriots are going to find their stride now and put that division to rest.
Yeah, they looked more like the Patriots were used to seeing with Edelman on the field.
Yeah. Dolphins had their moment in the sun with being on top of the division, and it's going to come crashing down now.
Yeah, sorry, Dolphin fans. Just really just try to ride that tsunami as best you can, because it's...
It was... You look at the games that they won, it really wasn't anything special. I mean, they were 3-0, with facing, bad teams, with the exception of the Titans, but that was a weird game in itself. So, yeah, then... All the Dolphins were like, oh, wait to see what happens, when they play, team, we'll beat them. It's like, nope, you didn't. You got blown out. Badly.
Got killed by the Pats.
Yep. So, yeah, that division should be pretty well salted away here in the next few weeks with the Patriots, running away with that like we thought they would. No real surprise there. Now, do I think that they're like the team to beat in the NFC? No. They have holes on defense.
This is the Patriots we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they have holes on defense. So, I mean, their offense, we'll have to get a couple weeks to see how they gel with Edelman being back, but just from last night, it worked really well. But, I mean, they are beatable, and they're not that dominant team like you're used to seeing from them.
Yeah, no, I'm eager to see how now that Julian Edelman's back, how they'll look with the whole Josh Gordon thing.
Yeah.
Because now with Edelman back, teams can't, before they would triple and double Gronk. And Brady just didn't look like he felt comfortable. He doesn't really trust anybody on the field as much as Jules.
Not as much as, yeah. That's the one that he goes to the most. But, so, I mean, they have a lot of weapons on offense. Sony Michel has been a real good pickup from the draft. He's done really well. Obviously you have Gronk, Josh Gordon, Chris Hogan, just, silent that random weird receiver random pickup that does really well for some reason every time Bill Belichick does that.
Shocker.
Yeah. So going down the list of games we have here for this upcoming week. Start there with Tennessee at Buffalo.
I got the Titans.
Titans 2. Buffalo came back down to earth last week against Green Bay, not scoring a point. We'll get into Green Bay here in a little bit. But that should be a fairly easy game for the Titans.
But what if Buffalo's only win this season is against the Vikings? How would that make Viking fans feel?
Well, Vikings fans right now have a lot to focus on. They can't focus on that one loss. I mean, they could, we'll cover that, the Vikings here in a second with their pick. But, I mean, they're looking at a tough game this week, too.
Yeah.
So, then going to the next game, New York Giants at Carolina.
Shout out to Eric Reed, though. He got signed.
He did get signed, yeah.
Whoop.
So, I'm not sure if is he playing this week? I don't know.
I haven't heard anything.
It's been out for a while. He might need to do some conditioning and obviously figure out the playbook. But yeah, I mean, this week he can start anyways because this should be a fairly easy game against the Giants. And the Giants are a bad team.
Yeah, they're just I saw an article that Odell Beckham said the Giants have to play with more heart.
They have to play with better players.
Something.
They need a better quarterback.
Oh,
And just that team. I mean,
they should just draft a quarterback in the summer because I think they should be done.
They need a quarterback badly. So, I mean, yeah, that. I think there was a stat where they've gone the longest out of any team without scoring more than 30 points in a game.
Yep.
It's like, I mean, with this day and age, with the rules benefiting the offense so much, that should be something you should be able to do.
Yeah. And the players that they have on offense, they have Odell, they have Evan Ingram, and they have Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, once again, it's the quarterback.
Their offense should be putting up points with those players.
You would think so. But yeah, they definitely need a quarterback. Draft a quarterback this offseason. I don't know which quarterback is out there, but I mean, they should probably have a pretty high pick to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to have a contingency plan right now for Eli because he
doesn't look good.
Yeah, he is on his way out in no time.
He doesn't look good.
So yeah, Panthers, definitely are winning that game. And yeah, they're coming off a bye week even, so they'll
be fresh.
Yeah. Sucks having those early bye weeks, though.
It does, because then you got to battle injuries the rest of the way.
Yeah, week 3, you're done. So yeah, now you have to play 13 games in a row.
Rough.
Have fun. Packers had that a couple years ago. And then going to Miami versus Cincinnati. Yeah, once again, Miami came back down to earth.
Yeah, sorry, Dolphin fans. You're going to be 3-2 this week.
Yep, yeah, I see Cincinnati taking this, and
they're coming off momentum. They beat the Falcons in Atlanta.
Is Cincinnati the favorite in the North right now?
I think so.
Kind of have to. They already beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Steelers, they are a shell of what they used to be. That defense.
They don't look good in Pittsburgh.
Terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
They're supposed to be known for their defense.
Yeah.
And they are getting just torched by everybody.
It doesn't look good.
No. And, for Pittsburgh, is it the Le'Veon Bell thing? It's just that dangling over their head, just causing issues. He's coming back in week 7, which, by the way, week 7 is their bye week. And then we'll play you would think play in week 8. Unless he doesn't get traded before then.
They're shopping him actively, but they want a lot for him.
But you can't expect a lot for him. Because, a team that can trade for him can't negotiate a contract until the end of the year.
That's the thing.
So you're bringing him on without technically being able to know if you're going to be able to sign him. Now, do those conversations go on where they say, hey, we're trading for you, we're going to look at re-signing you? Yeah, they're going to talk to him like that, but technically they're not supposed to. So, you're asking, I don't know, what exactly they want. I think you said something like 2 second-round picks or something like that.
I think 2 second-round picks and a good player.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's unrealistic.
Nobody's going to pay that for a potential half-a-year rental.
Right, where it's not even guaranteed he'd be with your team when the season's done.
Exactly. Like, maybe I could see a second-round pick or, like, a second and third.
Yeah, I think they want 2 second-rounders, if I remember right, and a good player.
A second and third is all you're going to get.
Yep.
And I think a second and a third, I think that's a deal. If someone offers you that, you take it and run.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Le'Veon Bell is not re-signing there.
Nope.
He's done.
He's done.
So he's done. He's not re-signing. So get something for him. Just get something. If you can get a second and third, like I said, to me, that's a steal. Take it and run with it.
Yep.
Because the situation obviously is not good. He's done. He doesn't want to be there. He's basically showing up to play so he can get that time in so he can become a free agent at the end of the year.
Yep.
Because if he's out the entire year, then he doesn't get that time accrued, so he's still basically playing under that franchise tag until he actually plays through it. But, yeah.
It's hard, man. It's tough.
That is.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's not good in Pittsburgh right now. That offense is... And the offense doesn't look bad.
No, they don't look... They don't look terrible, but...
So they went into the half last week against the Ravens, tied at halftime. And then, the second half, then the offense for some reason couldn't do anything. But I mean, James Conner's looked pretty good.
Yeah, he's looked solid.
He doesn't. They're really low in their rush yards, but they don't try to run the ball. That's the thing.
No.
They try to pass so much. They don't even give the running game a chance. And you look against the game of Kansas City, they had no choice but to
they
throw
had
the
to.
ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's the one they're not giving the running game a chance to develop. I mean, for one, in defense, immediately they're down 14 points now. They have to start throwing.
They got to throw them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a rough go of it in Pittsburgh right now. It's not a good time to be a Pittsburgh fan, but I mean, it was bad to happen eventually. But also, you have to start thinking about a replacement for Roethlisberger.
Big Ben, yeah.
They did draft a quarterback this year. Whether that's the answer, I don't know. But yeah, he's looking. I mean,
he hasn't looked his best.
He hasn't
looked up to Big Ben-esque that we're used to seeing.
No. So see what happens there. So both have Cincinnati against Miami. Baltimore versus Cleveland.
I want the Browns to win because they've been so competitive.
They have.
They should
have won last game.
Yeah.
But
they get so close.
They did their best. They do what the Browns do and win the game.
Yeah.
We have the Ravens.
Ravens will be 4-1.
Yeah, they're too much better than the Browns.
4-1.
Ravens. I mean, it'll be nice. It'd be fun to see that upset, but I don't see
I'd like to see it, but I just.
Yeah, so we both got the Ravens on that one.
Yeah, I got the Ravens.
Then
Packers, Lions.
We'll go back to that in a second. Jackson, we're going to save that one because that's going to be a potentially like the best game of the week. So we'll come back to that one towards the end. Denver versus
the Jets.
The Jets.
Yeah, I put a G. I don't know what I was doing.
So, I mean, I'm not really impressed with either team.
No, but the Broncos should win just because Sam Darnold.
I mean, they should win. Yeah, I mean, they do have more on offense,
and
I think their front line will disrupt Darnold.
Yeah, they'll get pressure on Darnold.
So I think the Broncos should win that game. And they played Kansas City tough there for a while.
They would have won if Keenum would have made that pass to Demaryius Thomas with 16 seconds left. That was the game.
Yeah, so, Broncos, they'll take down the Jets. Atlanta versus Pittsburgh.
I got Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going Atlanta too.
The defense.
I mean, this is going to be another one where the defense be damned. There's
it's
who's going to get a stop.
Yep.
And if I choose who's going to get a stop, I'm going to go with Falcons right now.
It's the Falcons.
Steelers can't stop anybody. So they have to should have to figure out something to turn that around quick. But then I mean the Falcons are 1-3.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, I don't think many people suspected that. And last place in their division.
Yeah, with Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley, their rookie wideout. Vontae Freeman's going to be back this week, I believe.
Yeah, so a lot of good weapons, but once again, their defense doesn't do anything. And they had a shootout last week,
and they lost to the Bengals.
Yep.
In Atlanta, I think it was.
It was, yeah. Last second touchdown drive by the Bengals to win that game. I mean, towards the end, there was like 4 lead changes in the
it was nuts.
Final, 6 minutes, something like that. But the Falcons, they should take care of business against the Steelers.
Yeah, they should win that.
Yeah. Oakland versus Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, I mean, come on, really?
I got the Chargers.
Yeah. There's no.
I got LA Chargers. I'm sorry.
There's the Raiders aren't winning that game. That's not going to happen. That should be a blowout.
They could probably get the Phil Riz if they had a pass rusher. Those are hard to find.
Yeah.
Sorry. We said we'd roast them every episode.
Yeah. Those elusive pass rushers. Where are you going
to find?
I know, right?
But we traded ours away.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Chargers should win that game. I think they should win that fairly easily. And then
Minnesota Philly rematch?
Yeah, rematch the NFC Championship where the Eagles just destroyed the Vikings. If you're the Vikings right now, you're sitting at 1-2-1.
1-2-1.
Going against the Eagles in Philadelphia. Now the Eagles have not looked like themselves.
No.
Lost last week against Titans in overtime.
I think a lot of it is, Wentz He's still a little rusty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since he played. So yeah, he's still trying to get his feet, get the
gotta
timing
find
down
his
with the
groove.
rhythm. You know, timing with the wide receivers. But yeah, I mean, Vikings offense has looked good. But
Their defense.
That number one defense last year, what has happened to that? And did the Rams kind of, show the blueprint to...
Anthony Barr.
Exactly.
Isolate Anthony Barr.
The Rams were able to... You see all those big touchdown plays. Guess who was trying to cover that receiver going away? It was Anthony Barr.
2 touchdowns. They picked on him.
Yeah.
Deliberately picked on him.
They specifically designed those plays. Get Cooper, wanted to get Cooper Kupp right on Anthony Barr.
Todd Gurley running the real route.
Yeah, Anthony Barr's not keeping up with them.
No.
But, I mean, yeah, none of the games this year, the Vikings defenses look good. So you got to wonder, what is so different from last year when they were number one to this year where they're...
It's not Everson Griffin. He can't make that big of a difference, can he?
You wouldn't think so.
No.
No.
You can't make that big of a...
I mean, now, does it hurt? Yeah, I mean, it does hurt.
It hurts their D-line, but they still have everybody else. They got Barr, they got their secondary still there.
Yeah, I mean,
Harrison Smith, Xavier Rhodes.
Everyone else, still carried over. So, I mean, that's just him. But, I mean, like I said, at no point in the season has that defense looked like the defense of last year.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder, is this defense you're seeing, is that what their defense is now? Is that it, or can they recapture what they had last year?
Well, this is their big chance to prove it here against Philly.
It is. I mean, yeah, you can maybe take advantage of, once again, an Eagles team that is, struggling right now.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, if Eagles, find their footing on offense.
I had the Vikes, but I'm going to change it.
I'm going Eagles.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the Vikings right now that haven't, that expect.
Besides their offense, Kirk Cousins has looked
their offense
somewhat
really
solid.
Good. Yeah. Yes, they do have the bright spot in the offense. But
you don't know what you're going to get from that defense.
No. And I mean, the Eagles, they do have a pretty good defense, so we'll see what they can do against that offense.
It'll be a good test for Mr. Kirk Cousins there.
Yeah, it'll be a good test, all the way around. But I mean, yeah, if you're the Vikings, you're looking at potentially going 1-3-1.
And you made the NFC Championship game last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is a big difference.
It's a huge turnaround from a year.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. But I got the Eagles on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. Swapped it.
And then going go to San Francisco later. Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle.
Going to the 12th man.
Yeah, that's not that frightening right now.
I think there was a stat. I think Russell Wilson is. I think he's the most sacked QB right now.
Yeah, it sounds right.
And you're going against Sue and Aaron Donald. Donald. Have fun. Have fun. All I can say.
This is going to be a bloodbath. I mean,
have fun.
Yeah, Russell Wilson just try to get out of this one healthy.
That's about it.
But unfortunately, that's what he's like every game. Every game, it's like, let's just try to get out of this one healthy.
He's running for his life. We said he'd be running for his life. They made no big upgrades to that O-line.
No. And the Cardinals gave him a run for money last week with the rookie quarterback.
I mean, they're playing the Rams, like the powerhouse of the NFL right now, really. Some would say.
I would say so, yeah. But Seahawks.
I don't give them much a chance. I think it's going to be a blowout early.
Yep, and then, of course, Seahawks defense doesn't have Earl Thomas anymore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So, yeah, what are you going to do? What are the Seahawks going to do on defense to slow down that Rams offense? That 12 man can only do so much.
Yeah, they
can't cover receivers.
They can't cover. They won't be on the field.
Exactly. So I got the Rams probably fairly big in this one. Yeah. I don't see the Seahawks being able to keep up with them.
No, I think the Rams will get out on them early.
Yeah, and then speaking of Earl Thomas, so he holds out, wanting to get that contract.
Oh boy!
He decides to play. Doesn't really practice, but he decides to play.
Plays, yeah.
And then he breaks his leg. Out for the year.
But not only that, what he did when he was carted off.
He gave his sideline the finger.
Yep. You told him about that, and I watched it. It was like, that is about the cherry on top of his career in Seattle.
Yeah. That's
pretty much it.
There is no possible way he is going back to Seattle.
Nope.
Not a chance. He is done. He is a free agent. He
Yep.
is going somewhere else.
He's going somewhere
And
else.
then you wonder between him and Le'Veon Bell are kind of in the same situation. One decided to play, one decided not to play so far. And we see what happens when the person that played. Like I said, I give him more credit for playing.
Yeah,
he at least got out there with his teammates.
Yeah.
And played, whereas Le'Veon
He's kind of pouting.
hasn't. Oh yeah, he's pouting.
He's kind of pouting like a baby.
But then again, you see what happened to Earl Thomas. He got hurt. And I think Earl Thomas will have an easier time coming back and getting a contract than if Le'Veon Bell got hurt. That would be significantly different. So one, like I told you, running backs are very replaceable this day and age.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looked great. Is it the system that he's in that's making him look so good?
Could be.
If he goes to a different team, is he going to be the same? And how long is he going to be that good? I mean, like running backs, once you hit age 30, it is a steep decline. And he is coming right on that. So you don't want to give a running back too much money for too long.
Because if he gets hurt, then... Or if he doesn't pan out, you still have to pay him his money.
Exactly. And do you want to spend that much money on the running back position, which has been so devalued over the past decade?
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's rough, for Earl Thomas. It sucks that a player that once he got there and play gets hurt.
You feel for him still.
But yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, Seahawks. I mean, that is a bad relationship there. Whew. That's ugly, and yeah, that turned ugly real fast.
It's like comparing Krispy Kremes to Dunkin' Donuts.
Which they will not be called Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
Yeah, just Dunkin'.
Just Dunkin'. That's just stupid. I don't like it. All right, so we got Washington versus New Orleans. Washington coming off a bye week.
I got the Saints.
I got the Saints too. It's at home. Monday night games. I think the Saints will handle their business. I think they're finally sorting things out, getting things right. Except they're my Super Bowl picks, so they have to. So I'm going the Saints on that. Dallas versus Houston.
I don't really care who wins it. Yeah.
They finally won last week.
I'm going Houston. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go with Houston too.
It's a 50-50.
Maybe they finally got things figured out with Deshaun Watson. They'll ride the high of winning last week. I mean, and the Cowboys to me still aren't that good of a team. So
no.
And then we'll go with the 49ers and Cardinals.
Give me a lock on the 49ers.
That is an ugly game.
That is a very ugly game.
Not gonna lie.
But
it's an ugly game.
They're gonna get the dub this weekend. They're gonna get a dub.
They held their own against the Chargers.
The only issue I have is we're playing David Johnson, and for the love of God, can we learn how to tackle?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Good Lord.
It depends.
That game was hard to watch for me.
That was
hard. Yeah.
I didn't see a whole lot of it, but what I did was Melvin Gordon just running over every 49ers player that came in his path.
Yeah, there was one play where Melvin Gordon broke 5 tackles.
Yeah, so I don't...
Come on.
I hope they spend all week just learning just the fundamentals of tackling.
Well,
Break it down. Just go back to the fundamentals.
Supposedly they did last week, and I was like, where? I didn't see it. Where?
So that's what that's all they should have been doing all week with their defense is just tackling. That's it.
Give me something.
That game was a toss-up. We'll see what the Cardinals can do. Like I said, they have their rookie quarterback.
Can C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, C.J. Beathard. Like I said, they held their own last week against the Chargers, so I'll go with the 49ers. It is in San Francisco. And then, the Josh Rosen.
He is a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie. Only his second game starting. So, I think the 49ers should win. It'll be close, though.
Yeah, we should win.
It's going to be an ugly game. I'm going to say that now.
It's okay. I still love you.
And then Packers and Lions. Lions 1-3. They've only looked good in one game against the Patriots.
Okay, so I was going to pick the Lions in this game just because it was in Detroit. But after Aaron Rodgers saying he was very unhappy with the offense last week.
There was a little fire underneath them.
Yeah.
They are going to be without Randall Cobb again. But they didn't have him last week either. I think he's still sulking out of that horrible game he had against the Redskins.
Probably.
Still, his pride's hurt too much.
To come on the field?
Yeah. A lot of drops in that game. Obviously, you know who I'm going. I'm going with the Packers. Like I said, hopefully, yeah, that talk with Aaron Rodgers lit a fire.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
their defense, granted, was against the Bills. It was nice to see him get a shutout.
Yeah.
And Clay Matthews got a couple hits on the quarterback without being
no
called
penalty.
The passer. Yeah, every time he touched the quarterback, I was just waiting for the flag to come out. But yeah, he was able to get past that. So yeah, hopefully, the Packers can come away with the win here. I think they will. Like any division game, it's gonna be tough. It's
gonna be tough. Yeah, it's a division matchup.
And then going to what will probably be the game of the week, Jaguars and Chiefs.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying Jalen Ramsey. He said that Tyreek Hill was just a specialist.
Yeah, so this is the time where you have to back up what you're saying.
Yes, this is Jalen Ramsey. This is your time and moment to...
Well, one of them. He had another one earlier when they played the Patriots because he had talked about Gronkowski.
Yeah.
So he backed it up. So now this is a bigger challenge, I think, backing up against Tyreek. So this should be a very good game. This is going to be the best defense the Chiefs have faced.
Yeah.
And now, granted, they do have the luxury of it being in Arrowhead. But we will see what happens. Obviously the Chiefs necessarily struggled last week, but weren't as potent last week against the Denver Broncos, who have a very good
pass rush. They had a good
rush.
scheme from Mahomes, I think.
Yeah, so we'll see what Mahomes can do. You have to think eventually Mahomes is going to come back down to earth some point. He's not going to keep up with this torrid pace that he's on. He's going to come back down to earth at some point.
I'm intrigued to see how Kareem Hunt will look against a top-tier rush or run defense also.
Yeah, so to me that's the matchup, is the Chiefs offense versus the Jaguars defense.
Yeah.
Because, the thing about the Chiefs is they're 4-0, but they have the worst defense in the league.
Yeah, it's 32. It's dead last.
Yeah.
It's dead last.
So, if Blake Bortles ever had, he played really well against the Patriots.
Played very well.
Played terrible against the Titans.
Yep.
So, now you're playing against the worst string defense in the league. You should be able to put up some points. So now, can your defense do enough against the Chiefs?
Yes.
So that because this could potentially be an AFC Championship preview.
It could. Yeah.
So for the Jaguars, this could be important. This could rely on home field advantage.
It could. I was gonna say that this could be home field, and then not only in this game, you're gonna also, like, if it's a shootout, because the Chiefs, it's obviously depend on Mahomes to put up like 30 points, so the defense doesn't have to play hard. They play hard, but if that makes sense, they don't have to get a key stop or something.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put money on that defense getting a key stop.
No. I don't think Leonard Fournette's playing, though. I think
I don't
he's
think
still
he is.
out.
They didn't have Fournette against the Patriots.
Right, so
they did fine. So
it comes down to Bortles.
Yeah. Bortles can, like I said, if all the times have a good game, you're facing the worst defense in the league.
This is your time.
Yep. Now, how much of that is the defense actually being bad and the defense constantly being on the field because their offense, it's kind of like a double-edged sword where the offense is really good, but then they score quickly, so now the defense is right rest. Back on the field. The Chiefs don't have those long, sustained drives.
No.
It's usually a very quick score.
10-8 plays.
Yeah, so their defense gets off the field, touchdown, right back on. They don't have time to rest. It's not that long ago, a few years back where the Packers were kind of the same thing. They had a really good offense, but their defense was constantly on the field because they're constantly scoring quickly, and then that wears on the defense. So is the defense really that bad, or did they just never get a chance to rest?
I'm going Chiefs. Screw it. I'm going KC.
I'm going with my Super Bowl pick.
That's right. You got
I'm going the Jags to upset the Chiefs.
Oh, man. I don't have any upset picks this week. I just don't feel confident about any of them.
That is my big upset. The Jaguars versus the Chiefs. Now, technically, the Lions are favored by 1 point, so technically, by picking the Packers, you are picking an upset.
Okay, that's my upset pick then.
Not much of an upset.
No, not much. Not as radical as if the Jags beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Chiefs, I see them getting their first loss this week. At least that's the kind of hope. That's the case. But yeah, I'm going Jags. That should, like I said, that should be the best game of.
I'm excited to watch it.
That's the most intriguing one.
I'll have my Blasto Butter Jolly Time popcorn.
Shouldn't have had the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, so Leave comments down below. Who you think's gonna win? What do you think of our picks? Once again, subscribe, like us on Facebook, all the same stuff.
Drink
Ask
hot
questions.
chocolate. It's really cold out.
At least it is here.
And here it is. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we got snow. It's awful. So yeah, everyone enjoy football this weekend.
Bye.